Samope, Sampadia, Chimafidi non cotu, era one radio. Samope, Jumpadia, Chimafidi non cotu, era one radio. Oh, and you pumptima, Asam pumptima.
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annette as they present the real in common getting. In common BISS chain, a dead, as in Takrenu assume the dead, the real in common getting. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kaise, so we see the real in common getting ya. What brabon tete, we nyan konkonsa, we the real in common getting.
Hello, good evening, Era One Radio listeners and viewers all over the world. It's another edition of the Era One Health program, dubbed Health is Worth Protected. We haven't been here in a while, I know. I mean, it's been a while, a lot of water's gone under the bridge since we did a broadcast, but thank God we are here tonight. Tonight, we are looking at this topic, galamsey and water supply and public health, especially with reference to Ghana. We want to discuss the effects of this galamsey. Actually, it's called gather and sell, but because of, some of our grandpas and grandmas who like to shorten sort of it, so galamsey, and it's now become galamsey, so gather and sell. Until you may for Yasan Abba Mufiebium, Era One radio station, Ayatunudin, Health is Worth Protect, Wapomodin, Ehianti Bohombain, and you may be near Matunidin, galamsey. And call for a small scale mine to form and soon monomono and I'm a pomodia no as a man be ye be discuss. Many Dr. and Sopokajima in the studio, and you bring any discussion tea. Open our journey number near 240-280-2633 and now bet me at text our studio home, Facebook and as a YouTube 510-931-0946. You broadcast it live our Facebook, YouTube, and a modern Ghana reading. To bet me. I join here no question bisa obet me bisa. You be your program fee this time I could see 6 p.m. Eastern, US time. So we Ghana so I'm say fee this time I could see say non do ebebo. All right, Doc, you are welcome.
Yeah.
Ejapa. Empire. That would don't could see.
Oh, yummy! To me, and your money bushes to me. You can't even divide yourself to do all of them.
Anyway, okay. Okay, warm up. Sesia put the minimum sampa and I am a school. And last week, I have been in Kola B school. I almost started Boku school. I bet say Catholic school, Minneapolis. 23-year-old, so boy was a girl. I'm sorry, a girl was a boy. Akotutu ekokum nkola mienu epra beye edunson ento hwa so sa etu otutu nje betwa mu krom ha no
enu ana me dwene ho bebre ewo determinants no and I say who are those people who have been doing that each group ben pan no yes ade no at this particular period of time because a reoccurrence. Now, why is this happening annually at this particular period of the school going time? Now, maybe I say, is there anything that we can do to get the data to see, say, there are specific people be and yes, now, if there's a way to mitigate it, said the Bayer intimate Emma Bion. I I was thinking about it because it appears that and be on school one man a yes I didn't say school.
Yeah, of course, it's way there's some sort of old student or our school order.
And you know, when you look at it critically now, all the schools now in CBN, not a student being the Kokoye. And you know, it is very important, sir. We as the public health people, we have to look at the sources now. Now, if there's any way that we can get information to prevent these students now, so my BS what the advise a bit in the institutions and as the government and education department. No much more about the infiltrators like this will not go and shoot these young girls at Omoko school. And you know, we need to look at it in detail from almost every place that this issue has happened. Now, you say, is anybody coming there from outside the school or somebody in the school already who knows every part of the school? And I mean, that will help a lot.
Anyway, all right, I'm on patch. Say, Aquan in the Facebook post in the Niamu discover. Say, I will be said a bit to say, where is your God for the children? I say revenge, and I say past shootings are taking place or other schools. No, fear to be on super so ye or being to me anyway. That is not the focus of our discussion. You may say you focus on Ghana near Sheikh Galam. Since me can be I think Google. Main kind quickly and then I'll hand over to you. Until one more Munim Galam says Ganam saying here Ghana's illegal small scale gold mining severely contaminates freshwater supplies with heavy metals like mercury and lead, rendering them unusable for drinking and agriculture. This pollution forces residents to travel further for clean water and has caused water treatment plants to shut down, leading to widespread health issues and environmental degradation. The government is working to combat galamsey by enforcing regulations, reclaiming land, and providing alternative livelihoods, but challenges remain due to corruption and the practices deep roots in communities. Intuition in a way, no, Ubi subscribers are not galamsey because in the end they pollute water, Nyama use to the miners are small scale gold, nepis kakakan, and no one has also called insurance. And I'm going to cause it defect because me can article be an maybe on saying or one the banner are defective. Stories of that nature happen. And at the end, can the government do something to divert the attention of these small scale miners? Because eventually, no, but eventually, residents because brown, polluted. So what happens? I'm sure said Doc want more information. To Doc, over to you.
Yeah, me are so excited. So you came out with the summary of what is happening in Ghana. The first thing I want to challenge Ghanaians, and it's a few years ago, somewhere in 2021, 2022, there were a lot of fish that died. They all came onto the shore, and then a committee was set to investigate why these animals died. Till today, we have not gotten any result from that investigation. If they have done it, please, they should publish it for us to know it, because it is very important we get to know that information. Maybe I have to repeat what I just said.
Okay.
In 2022, there was a mass death of fish that emerged at the coast between Axim and Accra. A lot of multiple fish with multiple genuses. These fish were buried. Some of them were even eaten by the people, but we did not even know what happened to those people who ate them. And the fish that died, they set a committee to investigate this particular event. But until now, there is no resource in any way. I searched 3 days ago to find out if there have been any resource in it. Everywhere I read, what they told me that is pending. So I think if they have not done it, somebody or the group that are working on it should please publish it so that we know the ultimate cost of those fish in those in the coastal area at that particular time. There have been some explanations that it's because of the tide, sea tide, or maybe some little pollution that actually cause the oxygen in the water to diminish. That is the reason why the fish were not getting enough oxygen. That's why they are dying. I disagree with that. I need them to get us all information regarding why these fish died, and they even emerged from this water to the shore. They all have some factors, so they have to look at it and let us find what actually caused that. I have my own opinion. I wouldn't like to express it here now, but I think it is a big deal they have to bring out with the report, and let's see the ultimate cause of it. So that is the first thing I want the whole Ghanaian scientists who are working on it to think about. Doc, what can be said? Galamsey no gather and sell. Which means that and then in the olden days now we moved to horse to this year. And I want to make yeah, I remember sir, I was reading NASA for report somewhere in 2017. I think the report is between 2007 and 2017. They were saying, sir, the way gather and say no, the details na description of the is what is taking place. So baby this deforestation no increase. Water pollution increase. Soil degradation increase. Impono individual habitation and so a changing. Simply because the land is overused anywhere. But let's ask this question. This, if I see some years back, those days it wasn't so intensive as they're doing it. And those days, they were not affecting water as it is happening this time. So, what are the reasons why one more saying you, sir?
Well, over to us and will be some question. Well, maybe if it's in Sion, okay, and Tisana can gather and send a piece of be initial no. Almost gather as a be okay, meaning say, almost okay, is a natural resource. Into almost gather of Sabia or be a tree to say a bobia pie or ho, almost gather getting no more Siba, but the I had deep mind in our kind into any equipment you may be able to me 2 4 more and no more into by digging and drenching the soil. No, you end up mixing the mud. Netene was all mixing mud near we used to because fresh water and the mud now was here a top a fresh layer almost almost into by dredging and going deeper. No, almost makes it sand and any mud in until the man so now brown. No, just see, and I be to say source of income. Minimum bako catch so okay now because most of them they are on license money license because maybe organ na minimum meanwhile prestia him for obuase am cotton na kakra na so and your friend of be daddy and some Jonah at that time no omo machines omo took off from my bi ko so mo kokko omo mba omo equipment omo ye but when they omo who say along some river prime is our places almost okay see you could deep kakra you betumi nya minerals no Inti omuni license no more pay machine bia omutumi took off ma no master says adeya no more bit cyanide kromutumi hit sa rocks and as form of cyanide na sa cyanide me rain so no ma become as pollutant nkofo no ma no move no inti in a nutshell no omo dredge soil no by dredging no mad me nya mixing so nsu na say clear nti see ani nyina ye brown. How do you even drink that? On any problem no and meaning say another reason in employment because you see how catch sabanka so okay munja sa small scale man no maybe I am adwuma for kra they will fight it because there was the incident of a video I watched Akwebi say hey president we yo one yo mine in the year na be wo me adwuma kra ye eno na be ye can you imagine say even cocoa farm be a wo ekras bi no omo twitwa so hu video na omo twitwa cocoa ndua ni agu fom so cocoa na enso aba emesika Into a trend when you're not now, ya dig from her, ya pay gold. Can you imagine? Into still our can't say deep frustration, no. And Diana will come home much training in a much train you any of your more dig a from. Into assassin produce gold and see an abeding. I bet almost a source of digging gold. And I don't even know how much they get from that. I bet you be more source of income. That is a real problem.
I was trying to say, Nanka, mepe, the money they are getting, but what I'm seeing, a report to be in here, say the government is rather losing instead of gaining. And you know, what's my kind, you know, let me just boil down to something here. I will say, initially, no, not only show for video be an the Sagman. It was a baby a gold, one more, a whole night, you know, no more kofana, almost a whole no man yakakra.
Oh my God, I got.
Until say no, a coba say, one more you should have heavy machines. But the sad story is when they dig in that, when we have said, as we see I'm running in. I think that is the policy. The government no a gina suma or more lines and say, so the bear more open holes be brave on the land and not that channel. Enquire detriment to the community. More drain, more you need to catastrophe. But it appears that the people are not doing it.
Yeah, Kata don't want to drink catastrophe.
But my opinion is I think the government is not doing anything to help it. All the governments, I'm not pinpointing a single government, all of them. The reason is one, the whole land, they know it. The government, if the government says, I don't know the land of Ghana, then it's a liar. Then the person doesn't even qualify to be a president or a governor. Because every government should know all the land. Because he has departments that report to them and tell them everything that is going on there. And in the government, I don't think it's true. The second thing is I think we won't need any good supervisory team be almost a woman.
Me story be I don't know how to it hasn't been verified. But me say no be make a joke say yeah sign police for be echo BB regions with sir. Now more sa daily tour of assignment no. Yes ba akokwa no so oh. Na me kwaya sa assignment we a ahen dey betua me day. Into calculate how much a man a day. And no hwe say omo ye mine no. Sika or the bribe police no sha e mo du chain police ni sika obeden obeje. Into say Jack cost no to gold no.
But see, efficient way efficiency in America. So I'm saying, yeah. Anypa na walk home, or no intentions of Copisca. When your intentions or mitigate, said a bear or more bit to me, a reduce harm no more cost. So, and you know, such person can never be a good supervisor. And I'm scram so more course or more come back to one, yes, one more quack supervise one. So,
yeah,
supervisory issue, no, yeah, idea in here say, one more day, guidelines, government asset here to hold on the co supervise. Mamon politics, you, dear Moyano, more catastrophe. There's no link beer, then a Moyano coin should be out, the whole baby Naco Seno. And our more so are they protected because there are certain things beyond man. Tell you, I'm saying here, but Nipano Mutu Galam saying the ground, they are also subjected to a lot of arsenic
health hazards. Yeah,
you have a very high risk of health
inhalation.
I will be anchor. So, but my problem is water pollution. And your water is also a lake. It comes all the way to the sea. So
eventually,
that's a sedimentation rate, and yet too high. I bet dump all other things within a short responsible time. They drain it to the sea. A serious havoc. Now, it's a fish now. Harbor Hormone 2022. I have a certain mind related to this particular pollutants in the Winston Hall. because I undersea. Once I see what I call undersea. And you know, and one also undersea no more because why a cool man. When there is any pollutant there, they are going to die. Right?
Affect them directly.
And you know, I don't say it is the reason why they were dying, but I'm thinking they have to do the analysis well and let us know the results so that we can use it to educate ourselves. And you know, like as you're saying, the land now one more deforestation no one and degradation of the soil so one thing. So the more now the more land no very arable. So and I soil no so much true and so say because soil no and Emma near fifi. So surface soil no much cook and then pono so catastrophe. That chemicals no more using
Yeah, settle.
Settled baby. Into a DBA could be an Hobia, so a tendency so the pick is animal. It is a real and maybe Baba, Ghana Cocoa, you do anything. You had the core well markets or monto.
Because I infected with chemicals.
Yeah, so big coat Timiko, yeah, nurse because oh, Ghana Cocoa no cry toxicity. And into no Cocoa, last night we move. Now, over the market, nobody buy it, and this will affect the country very well. It you know the Australian said, "Sir, deforestation and this soil degradation, that's it taking serious part." Okay, baby said, government, I know I'm not yabbing
me reality in America. So government so person a BB power bet me aye. So government person or yeah BB serious like it could be done because you just have to get people who are strong enough to implement it. Okay, I buy mandates in it. So gas and what I mean gas but what did they do? Did they compromise or they are actually able to succeed? Or people just I don't have employment in then you have to look for a source of employment or send guys who are actually going to do the job and not just go and collect bribe and return. That is the problem.
Yeah, Doc, I did back on this man who say, podcast name, YouTube name, Yana make me TV babet. Me ankasa me call me the many kofa Ghana me nema bebre pa na de me hu say. Ade no omo nya no kokoa mu. It's not hidden.
So it's open.
It's open. Everybody sees it. The policemen drive their car over it. The military man drive their car over it. The parliamentarian drive their car over it. And the ordinary people drive their car over it.
Yeah, so which means they are not being each other's keeper. Because when you say neighbor, you have to report. But what I say, sir, in Pennsylvania, driver by and not say anything, then they don't want to do anything.
Now who is going to arrest who? Oh, there's something that we really have to be. I'm not using the word careful here, but I think we have to let it be open to all of us. We have forgotten say sikana ye peno, ye good, but sikana ye pema nipa. So sikano se hon ban faso ma nipa. Nemo se nipa na hon faso nipa na what do I say? Say.
So pesca na if eventually nkofo be wu ho then na esikape na mfaso be na ho.
Seska no scan your payment nipa name what is it? Is it the invest? Try to build it. It was omo pesca no.
Nipa for sika.
At the detriment of nipa nankasa. I'm just going to let me give you a little scenario about Saudi Arabia. Me and me wa fast be na wanya be 18 years. And me ka so nko ye adwuma bi nti me ti ya so ko ye galamsey. Me from me ya na me hu ba bi o. O so ye galamsey.
What rem.
Nti me ya na me hu no na me Isaac any family me bi say ya obi a gbala na obi aso ni ba bi o ba no ya. For some reason The diagnosis means that you inhale
Aha.
mercury particle, and a core sinking into the glucose.
Hey, what on?
And the sputum no as big as
Hey.
this. I don't know because
Seriously?
yes, because who could retrieve mercury surgery be na akwa dia could retrieve mercury.
And when do 20 pound away?
When you're 20 grand away. You know, I'm a very strange.
But when you say when Ghana for man shall make say if you abewa be ye bi na eku no.
Abewa bi na efu ebushwe won ti he came out with the fact that I didn't know
oh.
That was Obewu a small kind. I say uncle, you be an me and my and then he died out of it. Until we solo free accepted the death. But this is what
about two Peter was so
a young guy, very strong, dynamic guy, and can hope about for so be Briamo man. I did we economically free. Now, what I'm saying is that I never able bossing deforestation. When you mention deforestation, Professor Ofori and any team be work and they also came out with this same results. So they mentioned deforestation, habitation destruction, any water pollution, and soil degradation. They also mentioned it, as we have mentioned. Samsung and NASA and so mentioned normal studies view of 2027, 2017. They mentioned it. Now, what is happening right now? So it is not limited to a place. So they say that initially it was about 1,700 hectares. Now it's getting to about 7,000 hectares. Which means that geographically, it's multiplying geographically.
Right.
So, the government should probably take a very serious look at this. But what I'm seeing is that the governments, they are politicizing it. They are not actually looking at it critically. Because they probably think that the most period they can be in the parliamentarian hall is about 8 years, and they will do what they can. And the hardest part in it, now say let me tell you one of former unity. Doc, you may be surprised that Parliament one any woman this secretaries they are all playing the role in this that I'm saying.
True. I mean, quickly, Kwame will say statement of the boss say in recent years, Galamsey, which is illegal small-scale mining, has evolved beyond a mere survival tactic into what many now consider a full-blown profession. This shift is not accidental. I mean, in areas where formal, more, but it's not showing here. But anyway, okay, yeah. I mean, a whole Estepan watch you know. What do you worry? Right, I mean, when Susu, what do you a whole dissertation pan watch you know. Well, also, this is why the government's push to regulate the sector is not about stifling livelihoods. It's about protecting the very foundation of life, our land, our water, and our future. Regulations aims to formalize operations, enforce responsible mining practices, and ensure that miners can work without destroying the environment. But regulation alone is not enough. That's true. It must be backed by strict enforcement, political will, and most importantly, alternative job opportunities for those who depend on Galamsey survival. Yeah, job opportunity is very important, but would they take it? If we continue to ignore the environmental toll, we risk losing more than we gain. Galamsey may feel like a profession today, but if left unchecked, it will become a curse for generations to come. Ibrahim Kwame has hit it right on the head. I mean, if these are ignored, generation, posterity, there is nothing for them. Now, there pockets of hose, filled with muddy water, and the fish will not thrive, and it will have effect on the environment too and themselves.
We have not even touched the biological factors of this, because as long as the deforestation takes place there, the massiveness of the deforestation is going to affect the animals and all those other forest habitation animals. It's going to affect them. So where are they going? Because all the forests have been deforested. Maybe how no more. If you deforest it, now when the waters are polluted, fish in the say water freshwater fish and you can be so and then so no crying no so I have big problem. I said, but let me also read something that NASA just said. NASA says that researchers are using satellite data to locate small mining that can cause long-term damage to forest communities and human health in Ghana. So because maybe people will not allow, and Ghanaians will not bring out the data. They don't want to expose the data so that people will actually know what is happening in the country. So these guys are using satellites to pick up some of the information that they needed to say the country is under emergency now. The country is under emergency because right now it's your day in your contaminated. Maybe I'm better pushing villages to the city to increase the population in the cities. And at the same time, assassin crowd it is likely to say that
assassin wabo with chemicals because assassin here certain chemicals that grow. Say outside that, how is it going to grow? And I wonder, say, Ministry of Environmental Affairs in Sankofonia, what are they doing? Almost the air conditioning offices in Kwan regulating and now, so they actually go to the ground to see what is happening. Sometimes you can't even fathom what is going on. I mean, do you have a minister for mineral resources, for environmental, what is going on? Office Juma.
Well, that's what I was mentioning. That supervision, you can't want some. Gold. If it is actually mined by non-politicians, and then among the elites, the rich elites in the country, they can easily control it. But it appears that the politicians in the country, alongside with the rich people in the country, including the chiefs and the executive officers, they are all in it. And tell me what, if all your subjects and you yourself are doing this job, can you tell them to stop?
But the question is, gold in Kizinkitana, where do they sell it to? Do they question where the sources are, or there's nothing like that?
Gold marketing board.
Okay. And some Jeffy in charge,
you're in charge. Now let's ask this question, sir. What is gold marketing board? It implies that most support to mining now more the essence as the gold mobile.
I mean, I should say, and for large scale, the legalized license want to say, or Boasin say, I don't think they also are in charge of such small one now. Almost oversee them. I don't think so, though it's supposed to be part of it.
A bine community will be a community being of Washington and Sabina a accident to be seen.
Oh, so yeah, helicopter and top from now.
And on a gold mine, a community gold miners now, two gold, besides the bigger industries no more.
And to go for a service of the no more supervise a legalized one, and I said they were going to counteract an illegal operation.
No, they were not going there for any counteractive activities. They went there to, I think, to inaugurate
a new version.
Committee. I think if I got a message well. But the point is that who are those people that they were going to teach them or inaugurate them to mine? Who were the people?
Maybe we have to go into details and research. I mean, I want to know the reason why they were going. What was it?
No, their purpose was they were going there to inaugurate something. The gold mining, community gold mining. That's what they were going to do. But the
Omani abo said.
I'm saying no nankeko. Na ye bibi me na bibi bi na na kono na omo ye meeting bi.
Mani boss no ye Minister of Defense ana.
Defense
Only
no
defense,
ono kwa na ono kwa nta de na nka
no nka ho.
no nka ho ento no nka ho na ye
Oh.
obi na nka wo mu ni pan pan bi na kwa kwa ya de but I think say like the year can the facts say one say ade no science ase science you empo baby ankofo te kwa na so mu tu firi ho na ne toso enan so no forest na ye woni nyina twa ni nyina
Go. Yeah, and can affect ozone layer no.
Ozone layer and you see and car you can say ya back it is any man na we yan ka ho asem say je de yaka kodro no how kwan be so na mo be fa so wo mo betimi mitigate the usage so the be enye harmful to the community never benefit nita nita when say ho na nam sisi kwan be so no betimi jai anya sa say deforestation the omutimi import be be increase
Niger anymore dear, our buying has to be very, very strict. Very, very strict. Pass, even if it's land gas and I say soldiers, so almost patrol areas now. Almost soldiers, almost dedicated and committed. Young koji bribe, young koji she, ye dream on man who say crono be tumpon as no one say environment, no. On koji bribe and kitty be announced, oh, scare bet you, I may such and they are good new development. May deem why. They have to be very strict. When your map service, governments have come and gone. When you buy a baby, then a young to another or castle by and Kusiaga and as a sea mama ba or no that so. But something has to be very, very effectively done. Yes, I yeah. In the next 5 years, no, croning in a bay who fresh water about crowd.
Now she said the secret it's very difficult to see fresh water. Very, very difficult. Right, and then I was reading something. They said in Ponsa, Bogatanga up to Bogatanga Kramoya, I'm saying it will honor. You know,
Kran if he's a good crown, is your mama manufacture good.
Oh, yeah, almost 2 gold. I'm saying, walking at 2 gold at Bogatanga, it's very easy to get it there. Oh, you know, the point is that can't they have any alternative means to do the galamsey? Because I was reading something from Australia, omoya galamsey ni bi omodre, but they have a effective way of doing it. They pollute their waters. Main waters it's very clean. So I don't think that yen yasasi womo etu galamsey essential and so 5 for predominant or country home of dia and cobra densu pra sansu the color assistant.
So we need the appropriate mechanism. The theory behind doing the whole thing and the equipment, they are not doing that sophistication. Obi obenya 2x3 machine bia or per income, then they do it. That is the problem. Obi a person yebi, that is the problem. I mean, so boase enye nsuo mo per se no mo to gold no. They have the land that omo ye. Obi a fi so oh Ghana na abo bi a be hu bia no wo share e gold nti ye ntu kakra na ye hu abo bi na ye clean na ye e gold ma ye. Anyway, time no ko. Mama can be quickly about the impact on me because so we call 6 inti. Chemical contamination. Obviously, galamsey pollutes rivers and other water sources with toxic chemicals like mercury and lead, which are detrimental to human health. Increased stability. Fine particles and muddy slurry from mining operations increase water stability, reducing sunlight penetration and harming aquatic ecosystem. Unsafe drinking water. The high levels of heavy metals and other pollutants exceed World Health Organization guidelines and making water unsafe for domestic use, drinking, and cooking. Impact on water treatment. Pollution from galamsey is so severe that water treatment plants in Ghana are being shut down because the water cannot be effectively cleaned. And the consequence for communities and the environment, this is where public health comes in. Residents, particularly children, face severe health problems, including kidney diseases from consuming polluted water and inhaling toxic fumes. Agriculture impact. Farmers can no longer use contaminated water to grow crops, impacting food security and livelihoods. Loss of aquatic ecosystem. The pollution and reduced sunlight harm fish populations and damage the overall health of freshwater ecosystem. And a forced relocation and migration. Water scarcity and pollution force communities to move or travel long distance to find safe water sources. And a government and international response. Increased crackdown. The government has vowed to halt the illegal mining practice, emphasizing that it is a national priority. We are yet to know. There are a lot that I researched here that I could read, but because of time, Lindsay. But anyway, Doc, Kosonia Yampon, when you continue.
Okay, I love the quotation that you brought it up now. A similar quotation has been even cited by NASA in their studies that they did. And at the same time, for Furi Ata Etel 2024, Osati information now the base. So now I think we're looking at the public health aspect, which we don't have time. So I think we'll carry that one to the next time. We're trying to get all the details information about the way they are doing it and other things. And then I think your discussion say the government should isolate himself or herself from this Galamsey issue. If you're a member of the government and you're doing it.
No, hold on. Isolator, what do you mean? Sir, aren't you more involved with what is going on?
They should not involve themselves in Galamsey so that they can deal with it.
Okay, so the members should not be part of the problem.
The government, anybody who is part of the government should not be a Galamseya.
I like that.
Resolve the issue. So until they can resolve the issue, each one should divorce. They should divorce Galamsey, and then they can work against Galamsey. But if all of them are doing it, it is very difficult for them to do it. They can never eradicate it, and they can never control it.
There's no way we are part of it now. You want to eradicate? Yes, I mean, it's not going to be possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about one of the people who has radio stations involved in this, and how are they going to fight it? You know.
Yeah, because Obia or legitimate licenses could be monitored. Now, Obia only legitimate license, you can't be monitored. Oh, now it assumes say almost about 30% of those people working there, they don't have legitimate license. And the one more legitimate license in the ground, they trespass their license. Maybe and so more corner. And the worst thing is most forests now, young person will be able to is being mined by the government workers. The government is what do you call it? His team. Members from the government.
In a short, Oman at
the detriment of the totality of the population. So, and it is very difficult. As we were saying, they have MAF services. They come to rob their MAF and say, we are controlling, we are doing this, they are doing nothing. Because they should be measurable. The next year, we should be able to know, more about 20%. But there is none of the government who has come out to tell us that I'm saying, your house, your team recuperate 10%, 20%. So when there is no measurement coming in, then you are doing nothing. I hope, Doc, you agree with me.
Doc, before maybe so, sir, Galamseyers no. Omutia, is there any tax they pay on? Is the government getting any money from them?
That is one of the problems. Some of them pay taxes. Those who are registered may pay taxes. But those who are not registered, I don't think they pay taxes. They are the people who smuggle the gold across the country. So the country that is not even getting anything from them. And again, they are the government people who have been doing that. The politicians are doing it. Because a poor person like one may yet me got drunk for I'm saying. Yet me import to be via the amphibium, yet me import to be.
Doc, my member, Yamboy, Jenga, about when you're banned over my close, what time I saw now, but my closer remarks.
Sampabietia Chimafidi non kotu era one radio Samupe Jumpabietia Chimafidi non kotu era one radio Oh and Pamchima Chintu Asam Pamchima Chintu
You're a tear for
Okay.
a jingle, a canon, era one radio near the Abramo in the health program, the Abramo now. Dr. Upukwajima, as a so channel, when see, Bebana money, the closing remarks quickly. A yard duma, the best say she be the actual. So, Doc.
Yeah, the tear for your mamuna, you defense Yaku. Before you say, I didn't cost of money mono. Yeah, idea, one day work a bit me, yeah, Nagisa, and Crankribia, Tiasia, and who said it, Galamsey, and bit me, I yet on mine. The decay, Galamsey, who said, ensure a sense or mine. As I say, you did this, Galamsey, a sen. Galamsey, no, baby crowd out here, baby crowds out now, we are Ubaton on there. Yet the assassin now, I be few crowds, say, been with 2 free, I will got baby for. Galamsey, no, so no, I yet Adibia, a kumunipa, a beer, a moonwire kind of short term death. Fatality, are very high, Yana kumunipa, a beer also a long term. I know the American now actually no big deals uncommon. Long term, Yadia, if free Galamsey, my in and yes, a Galamsey no name. Now, a quanya more fast, so Galamsey no man. To say a tweet to see. Obia yebi, a buying crop for yebi. 1 moment you are buying crop for yebi. And Obia control be. And Obia coaching be. He said the Abacas on coaching no crown, squan up on yebi. I'm in the control ahead and then. And insurance, Yaya and a year for Moyan no more saying. You baby by Yaya for never Sika near their course beginning. Maybe I can start from better than any. And yes, sir, mine said. I buy no on training for my own money for funny politicians, both parties in the parties, or who got for beyond me, I'm saying, the moment room free. I'm over here, that's for me a license, but maybe in a year, young woman in a year. Young just I know and what you know, the moment room free. Now, I buy it to me in a near what to me, I control. And yes, I will be queen in a Yadamasi.
Yeah, the young. Yeah, the doc, yeah, that's it. The American about regulatory enforcement and say, obviously, strengthening environmental laws and their enforcement is seen as crucial to controlling illegal mining activities. Very important. Controlling is very, very effective. And we never know what to control because we need powers no bit me as an mum. A banner would to me no bit my catch. Kwame soldier say now soldier needs a corner garden where say these things are not being carried out. No, or no, what power bit my who be. And now, if I can say environment no so it has to be protected. Almost once in here, Jumaye. Say Nanado ban or say one district, one factory, Omunya Sininya can be an anke Juman, a beb work como young guys moving your Jumayama, or much your Mofi, Galamsi, the beard, a being honti, or be JSS no one to to us. Oh, Galamsi easy, Mempham Cotunsionum. In Sininya, very important. The doc, it does say, so yet to me, I think we're a little bit biased and in the Ghanaian language, you try to say Ghana afford because it's a very critical issue. Go on. Maybe how you can prevent them. Obviously, you cannot prevent a bird from flying over your head, but you can prevent the bird from pooping on your head. There are some things we cannot prevent. There are others that are preventable. Eventually, no, it's not dog kind. It affects all of us, especially those who are dent. Yambo, yeah, yensione, yassassin who buy. Mana moantemo, with the name mature. Say if remember the boy, or say yana assassin, a body in the mind. Yambo assassin who buy. Never boy, and one in Yakopodia Maya, Crobia when the resources. Crobia when Uba America, other crowd. Resources in Yakopodia Maya, Omubom who buy, because me work because Augustins, we can near Co Beach ho. Sebi after dinner near Kuja and now one Punanusa Obaha. I have beach away. Here for the Kuja one night. Beach here, come, Udo talk or sawa. What does so white Jim from an alcohol baby? Baby, I man carried and go boys in the girls, your more toilet and the environment now. Yankupon de Amaya, at times you should Ghana, Yankupon to wash no as I see. Hey, sir, a Puyam, there may be Musu, Eddie Makis, Momo, the toilet, and Muko go. Anyway, well, you're that doctor said to us, Dr. Ossus. The studio manager and Wabo and the HMD program, Abraham. Thanks to Dr. Upukwajima, so obetina mu nti nyame ya adoma ye besen hia nti doc that's it and say okudi pa kakra nti kona kudi pa na ye besen hia. Thank you very much. Yo, bye.
Sampadiatia, Chimafidi and Unkotu, Era One Radio. Samupe, Jumpadiatia, Chimafidi and Unkotu, Era One Radio. Oh, and Umpamchima, Asampamchima. Era one,
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annette as they present the real Incommon Getting. Incommon BISS chain, the dead, as in Takrenu assume the dead, the real Incommon Getting. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and our Taibo channel. Kaise, so we see the real Incommon Getting ya. What brabon tete, we nyan konkonsa, we the real Incommon.